Let's get the rhythm of the beat. Let's get the rhythm of the A. Woo. Let's get the rhythm of the beat.
3, 2, and action.
This is DJ Ash Lauryn.
This is DJ Stefan.
You know the vibes.
Welcome to Vibes. It's Chante Nicole, and I'm here with DJ Ash Lauryn and DJ Stefan Ringer. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, doing great.
Great, thank you.
Awesome. So for those who aren't familiar with you, DJ Ash Lauryn, how would you describe yourself and your style of music?
I would describe myself as a house music DJ who is dedicated to the Black roots, the Black historical roots of electronic music.
Right.
I was born in Detroit. I've been listening to electronic music over half my life, even before I really knew all the specifics and the history of it. So I think, you know, just that fact in itself, me being from Detroit, like a city where techno was born, that just plays a big role in what inspires me when I play music and do my thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How about yourself, DJ Stefan Ringer?
Ooh, man, a big word that rings to me is authenticity. I like to be authentic in everything I do. So, like, as far as the music I make, it's authentically mine. Something that describes my style of music is sexy, soulful, danceable, intelligent, and then something different, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. Authenticity is extremely important. And it makes your music relatable to all people. DJ Ash Lauryn, it's been over 2 years as well for you, DJ Stefan Ringer, being back here at Public Records. How does it feel to be back behind the booth?
Yeah, it feels amazing. I like randomly had like a Facebook like memory, and it was like, oh, like 2 years ago, and you know, that was maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's like literally almost exactly 2 years to the date. You know, since we've been back, and I'm excited. I love the sound room. I love the vibe. Like, obviously the sound system here is amazing. A lot of our friends are coming out, and just right now to be able to do what you love in the midst of all the uncertainties with COVID is always just like, you're just grateful. So I'm excited and happy to be here.
Right, and just bringing like a piece of joy. I'm excited too to see you like rock out, and I know it's sold out, so it's gonna be fire. So I noticed you guys collaborated a lot on some records, and they're electric, you know. I enjoyed Expressions. It was great. Like, I was vibing at 8 a.m. in the morning getting ready for work, so it was nice. So what inspired that?
For the Expressions EP, first of all, I have known Ashley for a long time, and I've been making music throughout that time, and you know, we've kind of experimented with her, you know, doing vocals and stuff. So over time, she got more serious, and I think that was the catalyst to package everything up, because I've had projects with her voice on them for, you know, a few years before that had came out. But I think her wanting to be an actual artist was the catalyst for that to come together. So I think it was kind of like divine timing.
Right. I love that. Life is Back was also very fire and very electric, and it was poetic too. I really enjoyed it. Why was that record so significant? You know, how much work did you put into that? Like, please take us through the process.
I mean, I guess I'd say it's significant just in the aspect of like what the track is about. Life is Back. You know, that was a track that literally, I'm trying to think, it was like March 2021 is when, like, I think around, maybe it was like April or May, but it was like around the time where things were finally starting to open back up after we had been locked down for so long. And I don't know, we were in the studio and just somehow, like, Life is Back came to me, because I was already kind of on this wave of like, I'm getting to DJ again. Like, I did some of my first, like, you know, in-person shows, post, like, you know, virtual stuff. So I just was so excited to be back out there, and, you know, Life is Back kind of just came to me, and I'm like, let's make a track about how good it feels just to be amongst each other and dancing in the park. kissing in the dark and all that.
Yeah, like I love that. Yeah.
So it's definitely got that like spoken word kind of poetic vibe, and I like that too. I like that about it.
I love poetry. It's amazing. So I love that you added that element to it.
Yeah, thank you.
So that leads to my next question. When did music choose you?
The music
Both of you.
Me.
Yeah, when did it choose you?
But I'll let
you know, I was it was lit. I was like, ooh, when did it choose you?
Okay, for me, I would say, man, I grew up in a musical family. On my mom's side, like, you know, her whole family was in the church. So I definitely spent a lot of hours just listening to choirs, organs, drums, all, you know, singing and all that stuff. Like countless rehearsals and stuff as a youth. So I mean, I feel like I was born into it, you know what I mean? As far as me making my own music, I'd say about around 15, 16 is when I started dabbling in creating. I used to play drums around the age of 5 and 6, and then I used to play bass for a little bit around 13, 14. So I've kind of always had a musical surroundings, I should say. Right,
it's in your DNA. Like it's literally embedded. That's cool.
Born into it.
Yeah. How about yourself, DJ Ash?
Music chose me, I would say, again, just to go back to the whole, like, growing up, you know, in Metro Detroit, or growing up in Detroit as a child. Like, electronic music was kind of just on the radio. And, you know, I didn't know the whole history behind it, but when I would hear it, I'm like,
it's a vibe.
So I feel like it was kind of like choosing me before I even really know, or before, you know what I mean? It was kind of like, I was like, wow, this is really a part of my life. And once I learned more of the story of the music and the history behind it, you know, was when I got interested in being involved. But I mean, I could say the music chose me, like, ever since I was probably like in 8th grade, and, you know, went to my first rave, tagging on with my older sister.
That's fire.
So it's been over half my life, so it's very significant.
That's awesome. So Stefan, congratulations on opening up for Disclosure on New Year's Eve. That's amazing. I know it must have been just an incredible vibe. Can you tell me and tell us more about that experience?
That was an interesting night. I would say that night really showed me a difference between a club night versus a concert. So when I say that there's a part of the electronic dance music culture that's more concert driven, where people are more so rock stars versus kind of griots, you know, or storytellers versus. So it's like I felt like it was definitely a stage. It was definitely huge lights and, you know, the whole video background. But it was also a disconnect from the crowd for me, you know. So it was amazing, but it was also like, you know, kind of a reality check of, I guess, the system that we're in. Like I guess kind of the corporate feel of what it could be, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's definitely a positive experience, and I'm very thankful. There's a lot of gratitude in my heart for it. But it was definitely an eye-opening experience.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
That's good. That's cool. So Ash, you have Underground in Black. That is your podcast. Why was it so important to create that?
So Underground in Black, well, like it started out as the blog, and what inspired Underground in Black just as a whole, like when I created the blog, which was like the first aspect of the platform, I really just wanted to document my journey as like an up-and-coming DJ, as a Black woman in the DJ game, like who seemed like, you know, I had a lot going for me, but I didn't know. So I just thought it would be kind of interesting to kind of document the trials and tribulations. I've also like been writing for a really long time, and I wanted to find a way to reconnect with writing and kind of, you know, connect it with what I'm most passionate about now, which is music. So yeah, Underground in Black was the blog first, and then it, you know, also was a podcast, a movement festival party that I'm doing. So yeah, just the whole inspiration really at the end of the day was just to like promote Black people in electronic music, and to just show respect and homage to the Black OGs, like who brought this beautiful music to the world, because it does seem like, the history of this music, you know, it has been twisted around a lot, and a lot of people Black people don't even know that house and techno music was created by us.
Right.
So that is a big inspiration for me in everything I do.
Right, and I was just gonna ask, just because house music has evolved, so much, it had an influential evolution, and definitely expanded globally, so like, why is that so important, and how does that reflect like our communities and our culture?
I mean, it's important because I guess it's interesting because the music started here and the people don't know.
Right.
They automatically assume, like there's even people in Detroit and Chicago you could go ask right now, like, oh, house music. They may not even know that these things were created in their own city. And some people who are a part of this don't realize that. Like, it's still very niche. So I think it's important that there are people such as myself or like Stefan. Like, I'm a vocal advocate, but there's also people who are advocates through the music they play, and advocates just by their DJing, by them just being present as a Black person who is an electronic music DJ. So I think it's just really important. Of course, you can be dope no matter what race you are.
Of course.
But I think it's important for us as Black people to claim what is ours, especially when the story, gets changed a little bit and we're kind of taken out of the picture.
Exactly.
And it's important that we remain in that picture. And that is my goal.
Yeah.
For not just me, but for all
of us. Yeah. I think you said it beautifully and perfectly. I noticed you travel a lot. You both travel, obviously, being that you're DJs, but also probably just for fun. Which place was the most memorable and why?
Ooh. Her first.
Well, I went to Switzerland recently, and that was really cool.
Ooh, nice.
To go to the Swiss Alps.
Yeah,
I never thought I would be there. I was like, my Black ass up here in the Swiss Alps. Sorry. No, but that's like really how I felt. I don't know. It was cool. I guess I never imagined like going to there's places you're like, oh, I want to go here. Like it never crossed my mind to go to Switzerland.
Yeah.
It was cool. Just the experience of actually being there and like going around a snowy mountain to the top and like thinking you're gonna like fall over the edge. Like, it's cool.
That's cool.
Different.
Did you get to do any like winter activities, like snowboarding?
Yeah, I mean, like the gig was at like a resort, so there was like a spa and like some nice relaxing stuff. I didn't go skiing this time.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. A resort is always nice, like a spa. Love it.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Well, do you both have a message for like your loyal supporters and your fans?
I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you for fucking with me. I appreciate everybody who's bought a record, streamed a song, came to an event, bought a ticket, did anything, bought a shirt, did anything. I'm just very thankful, and I got a lot of gratitude in my heart. And stay tuned because there's more heat coming.
Okay. Okay. How about yourself, Ash?
Similar. Just thank you to those that have supported and followed, my journey, our journey together as artists. People that realize, just what my true commitment is in this music. Thank you. Just more cool stuff in the pipeline. Gonna keep making music, gonna keep being dope, gonna keep being Black.
Hey.
Just being us.
Amen to that. Yeah. Well, it's Chante Nicole. I'm here with DJ Lauryn and DJ Stefan Ringer. You know the vibes.
Hey.
Hey.
Let's get the rhythm of the hay. Let's get the rhythm